World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Good day to all of our listeners here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. This is World News in 5 and I'm your host, Steph Vicente. Police in Thailand have ended a tense siege at a school after a young gunman opened fire, injuring at least 2 people. According to BBC News, authorities say the 18-year-old suspect entered Fatong Pratan Kiriwat School near Hat Yai shortly before 5 p.m. on Wednesday and began shooting. The school principal was shot and taken to the hospital. A female student was also wounded while another student was hurt after jumping from the building in panic. Students and teachers were trapped inside as police surrounded the school. After a 2-hour standoff, the suspect surrendered and was taken into custody. The motive remains unclear, but local reports say the suspect may have had a conflict with a teacher. Gun crime remains a serious concern in Thailand. In recent years, the country has seen several deadly shootings, including attacks at a market, a shopping mall, and a kindergarten. In other news overseas, 3 toddlers and their father were killed in a Russian drone strike in eastern Ukraine. Their pregnant mother was also injured, according to local emergency officials. CNN reports the family had just arrived in the town of Bohodukhiv, around 60 kilometers west of Kharkiv, after fleeing several shelling in another area. It was their first night in what they hoped would be a safer place. The victims were identified as 2-year-old twins Ivan and Vladislav, their 1-year-old sister Miroslava, and their 34-year-old father Grigory. The mother, who is 35 weeks pregnant, suffered head injuries and burns but has since been released from the hospital. Officials said the family's home was completely destroyed in the strike and the fire that followed. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky condemned the attack, saying it shows Russia is not serious about pursuing peace. And finally, Nigeria's military says around 200 U.S. troops expected to arrive in the coming weeks will not take part in combat operations. According to CNN, officials say the American personnel will provide technical training and advisory support to Nigerian forces fighting Islamist militants. However, Nigerian authorities stressed that the forces will remain fully in charge of all security and operational decisions. A U.S. official earlier confirmed that the Pentagon plans to deploy the troops as part of efforts against Islamic State targets. Last week, the U.S. also acknowledged sending a small team to Nigeria following airstrikes carried out on Christmas Day. Nigeria's defense headquarters said the U.S. presence was requested by Abuja and is part of ongoing cooperation between the two countries under a joint working group. The military did not say exactly when the U.S. troops will arrive. And that concludes today's edition of World News in 5. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, this has been Steph Vicente. Good day and stay safe, everyone.
World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.